Okay, first thing I'm going to do, I rinsed off all these clams over here in the sink. Got them nice and clean. I'm going to throw it into the pot over here and steam them up. Get them to pop. Use them for my clam chowder. Makes beautiful, beautiful clams. Turn that heat back up. Get them steaming. Put a little bit of water in the bottom of the pot with some Old Bay seasoning. Give the clams just a little bit of flavor. There we go. Put them in the pot. Ready to crank the heat up. Steam them up. Don't want to steam them too much. You don't want to make them chewy. Then we're going to start prepping our vegetables up. Alright, we're going to start dicing some celery and carrots up. I like to put some slices of my celery. Make them nice and small with some bite-sized pieces. You don't want celery too big in your soup. You want it nice and small. Nice and small pieces. Everybody, I'm sure everybody knows I moved down here to Delaware from my house in Boyertown up there. It's a new kitchen for me. I'm in my parents' staying at my parents' house now. My mom passed away, so it was just me and my mom's husband Norm staying here now. Just trying to get used to everything down here. Sharing the house with Pop Norm. He doesn't come in the kitchen at all, only for his coffee and doing all his health treatments in the morning. He has to check in every morning with his blood sugar and check in with the VA. But we're going to dice some veggies up here. Actually, let me lay a towel down underneath here to keep this thing from moving. That'll help keep this from moving. There's a glass cutting board underneath there, but I don't like using that one. I like this one better. Do a little slicing and dicing. Woo! Look at that boy go. Oh, shit. Ah, just kidding. That wouldn't be funny at all, would it? A lot of people, well, not a lot of people, some people don't put carrots in their clam chowder, but I like the color, I like the taste. Keep an eye on our clammies here. Gotta watch when they pop. Like I said, as soon as they start popping open, I'm going to shut her down. I don't want to make them chewy. I want them just to pop open just enough. Starting to bubble. Another thing you'll notice is I hum constantly. I don't know why, but I do. Alright, be right back. Alright, chopping up these carrots. Chop up some celery. Chop up some onions. Clams are popping open right now. Ready to shut them off. Okay, you can see the clams, they're all popped open there. I turned the heat off. I'm gonna let them sit there and stew a little bit. You want to stop the cooking down. You don't want to cook them too hard. They'll be chewy. You're back to cutting them vegetables up. Alright, I'm going to chop up some of these clams and steam them, pull them out of the pot. Put them on the board here and chop them up. Try to make them pretty fine. Don't make them too fine because you want to get a nice little bite of clammy in your soup. They're nice and moist yet. They're not all dried up and chewy. They'll be perfect. Get the clams. Got all my vegetables all chopped up already, ready to roll. I'm going to do these clams. And I'm going to start putting them in the pot, putting everything together. Once I get this all chopped up. I'm sure everybody's paying attention to what's going on the TV. War in Israel there. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now. It's hard not to pay attention to it. You don't want to see all that stuff, but it's on the TV every day. Now, I'm going to chop up these clams. Once I get the clams chopped up, and I'll clean my pot up here from steaming, and I'll start putting everything together. I'll be right back. I'll be back. I'll be right back. Alright. Now, get yourself a couple russet potatoes. I'm going to peel up a couple russet potatoes, dice them up into bite-sized pieces. I changed my water out here from the clam pot. I'm going to start boiling that a while, and then I'm going to cook the potatoes a little bit just till they're kind of al dente. Don't want to cook them too soft. I want them, to be a little bit firm when I put them into the soup, because they're still going to cook a little bit more once I put them in the soup and cook them down. But I'm going to slice and dice my potatoes. I got my clams already diced up. I got my bacon from this morning. Got all my vegetables diced up, carrots, celery. I like the red onion for color. But yeah, I'm going to peel these potatoes up. I'm going to slice and dice them up. Boil them for a little bit. And then start putting them in the pot together. So, I don't want to bore you with standing here peeling potatoes for a half hour. And I don't really want to go live with, just got a lot going on, listening to the news in here in the background. Pop-Up's watching this show, cooking and trying not to disturb him. But he won't get mad, especially when he's having this potato soup or this clam soup later on. He'll be happy. But I'm going to peel these potatoes up, and then I'll be back in a flash. Alright, now with your potatoes, I like to cut them in like ½ inch, half, flip it over, and a half. And cut them into bite-sized pieces there. I always say to Norm, I enjoy when I'm cooking here, because when you come in the door, it smells like Mom's here cooking. It reminds me of my mom all the time, because my mom was always cooking down at the church or cooking here at the house for the church. Always cooking all the time. I guess that's where I found my passion for cooking. Everybody always asks me, who taught you how to cook? Well, nobody really. My mom, I worked with her. She taught me how to work, not necessarily how to cook. But, like I said, it always smells good after I get done cooking here in the house. Come walking in the back door, it smells like my mom's here. So that's why I cook a lot. For that reason. Yeah, like I said, just cut Cut about 1/2 inch. Get your flat side here. Lay that down there so it doesn't fall on you again. Cut it in half. Another half. And dice them up into bite-sized pieces. Just like that. Put it in a bowl so you got it ready to go. Cut this one in half. Dice that up. There you go. Alright. 2 more taters to go. Got the camera facing down. Nobody really wants to see my ugly mug. Woo! But doing a little cooking, a little chefing. Dicing up the taters. My buddy Big Red, he makes a killer clam chowder. And his trick is his little teeny baby bites. He takes his time and he cuts really nice small pieces of taters up. Like real small like that. Little bite sizers. I like them a little bit bigger, I guess. But like I said, my buddy Big Red, he takes his time and he really cuts the celery small. Cuts the potatoes real small. And that's his little trick. And he does make a killer clam chowder, I can tell you that. And a striper chowder too, I guess it's called. Whenever he gets some striper, he makes some striper up. Alright, I'm going to finish cutting up these taters. I'm going to throw the potatoes in the water and boil them a little bit. And then I'll strain the potatoes out and start sauteing up all my vegetables and stuff and putting everything together. I purchased myself some lights. Put a little light on the subject as I'm cooking. You have to learn good placement and position for the light, but just to get more light on the subject. Crank up the light. I got a little onion left here. I'm going to dice that up too. Why not? That's the inside, the heart of the onion. That'll saute down too. Like I said, I bought myself a light so I could light up my cooking area, and then when I'm taking pictures of the food, let's put this lid on this pot here, get that water boiling. I can throw my potatoes in there. When I'm cooking, I like to try to use a lot of paper plates, use some Tupperware bowls and stuff. It's not that hard to clean up after you're done. Use some paper towels. Nobody wants to do a bunch of dishes after you're done cooking. Alright, let me get this water boiling and then we'll throw the taters in there. Okay, now we're boiling these potatoes. I'll boil them for about 5 minutes, I guess. Pull one out, see how they're doing, see how they're cooked. Scoop one out. See if you can stick a fork in them. You don't want them cooked too much. Yeah, there you go. Fork goes right through them. Turn the heat off. And then you want to strain them out. Strain them down. Put them in the sink. Strain them up. pot out. I'm going to use the same pot to build the stew in. Just want to rinse that starchy stuff out of there. Rinse all that starch out. There we go. Dry this out a little bit. All right. Now we're going to put a little oil in there. Start that heat back up again. The back burner takes a little while to light for some reason. Come on, light up. I don't think that igniter needs to be cleaned or something. I'm going to go on the front one here, I guess. This one lights up a lot faster. There you go. Alright, now. Let's see, let's set this up here. Well, you're going to heat your pot up. Stuff a little oil in there. So you could do your vegetables. Let that oil start heating up a little bit. You take your vegetables, dump them in there. Start stirring them around. Man. Mom, is that you? Smells good. Turn that heat down a little bit. You don't need it so hot. Alright, saute these vegetables down a little. See how beautiful that looks in there. Look how pretty. Look at the colors. Yes, sir. Put that light in there. I got another light too I'm going to set up so it brightens everything up. Start sauteing these down a little. You can put your onions in first. Saute them down a little. Let you throw your carrots and celery if you want, or just throw them in all together. It's not going to hurt nothing. Start sauteing them down. Sweat them babies down. Alright. Let's sweat them down for a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, now you got your vegetables sauteed down a little bit. Get nice and soft there. You put yourself a little bit of flour in there. Make yourself a roux. A flour. Mix that up. Bind that stuff together a little bit. Like that. There you go. And you want to dump your chicken stock in there. Chicken stock. And bring your heat back up a little bit. Mix that together. Chicken broth, a little flour. Thicken that up some. Yeah, I'm going to add a little bit more chicken broth to it. Give it some more liquid. You got some powdered chicken broth. Mix it with some hot water. Dump that in there. There you go. Put it back on the heat. Stir it all up. Bring that back up to temperature. Alright, we'll be back. Be adding the clams and the taters. Okay, now we brought this back up to a boil. I had put the clams, diced them up, put them in the refrigerator, keep them cool till we're ready to put them in. So I'm going to add my clam in now. Get all that delicious, juicy clam. Stir them in. And add our potatoes. Careful stirring them in there. You don't want them to squash yet. Stir the potatoes in there. Stir them in. Nice thick, hearty bowl of clam chowder. Now I'm going to bring this up to boil a little bit. And then I'm going to add a little bit of light cream, not heavy. I'm going to use some light cream in this. So we'll put the lid back on for a second, bring it back up to temperature. Let all them flavors marry together. Yeah, looking really good here. Bring that up to temperature. And then stir in a little bit of this light cream. Thicken it up a little. You know, add to taste, however you like it. If you like it real creamy, if you like it a little bit thinner, do what you like to do. It's all what you like. Light over. Look at that beautiful sight. Look how beautiful. Starting to bubble. Looking good. Okay. We'll finish heating this up. We'll put a little bit in a bowl. Take a picture of it.